Okay, this chalk. Okay, they'll block the board. Okay, so like we said, we are going to continue, and we are going, like I said, I'm a healthcare personnel, so I'm going to tell you how you can keep yourself healthy. Okay, so as a girl or as a woman, what are the things that you can do to keep yourself healthy? Yes, quickly. Bathe at least twice a day. Yes, another person. Good. Don't repeat underwears. Very, very important. Do not repeat your underwears. If you keep repeating your underwears, you get infection. Another person. Wear clean dresses and shoes. She says avoid using soap when washing her vagina. We'll come to that. Avoid sharing towels. Very good. Avoid sharing sharp others. Keep your underwears clean. Avoid sharing sharp objects with others. Like maybe you are shaving your private, and then the same thing that you're using to shave, you're giving it to another person to shave. Maybe you're using your pants, and today you use the same pants, tomorrow you use the same pants. You are going to get infection. Okay? And if you don't wash your pants with clean water, you are going to get infection. If you wash your pants, you just dry it inside your bathroom. There is no sun there or anything, or you don't iron before wearing. So you have to dry under the sun. If you cannot dry under the sun, iron it. For now, you will see that you are not getting any infection, but in future, you are going to get infection. Okay? So many women right now are suffering from infection, and that is one thing that we women are suffering from. We are suffering from frequent infection, and that is because we are not taking care of ourselves. And taking care of yourself is doing all the things that we are talking about here. Like I said outside there, that everybody have this bacteria in their vagina, and that bacteria in your vagina is called the normal vaginal flora. It's called what? The normal vaginal flora. So it helps to protect other bacteria. Like it is just there, like it is fighting other bacteria from coming in. It is fighting yeast from coming in. So that is it. Somebody said there that for us to avoid infection is not to use soap. Good. There are certain soap that if you use, you are going to change your vagina. You are going to change the pH of your vagina. Certain soap, scented soap. They take soap, they add colors into it. If you take those soap and use it in your vagina, you are going to change your vagina pH. And then now, when you change your vagina pH, now other infections will come in and it will make you sick. So make sure that you don't use scented soap. When I say scented soap, what does that mean? There are some soap that they say when you use, it's going to kill bacteria. Do not use those soaps in your vagina. Expose yourself to keep having infection. Okay? So make sure you don't use perfumes in your vagina. Don't use perfume. Yeah, don't use perfume. If you're using perfume, use it very far. Don't use harsh creams. There are some harsh creams that Then let's say that if you're bathing and then obviously the water runs down there and it's going to irritate you. Make sure that you eat a balanced diet. We all know balanced diet, so I'm not going to go into that. Eat a balanced diet. Eat much fruit and vegetables. Okay? Make sure you drink water. Drink clean water. There's a lot of typhoid out there. There's a lot of stomach issues out there. Don't just drink any water. Don't just go and, somebody will drink water and they take the same container and give you, and then you drink. Don't do that. Don't use the same cup. Have your own water bottle. Have your own container. Have your own cup. Don't share cup with anybody. You have to love yourself first. For you, I know that you love your mom, you love your dad, you love your brothers and sisters. Love yourself first. And if you love yourself, there are certain things that you will not expose yourself to. You will not expose yourself to infections, right? Out there, I was talking about douching. We all know what is douching, right?
Yes.
What is douching?
When you are bathing,
when you're bathing, you take your hand and send inside. Don't do that. Don't always do that. And when you're cleaning, clean from front to back. to avoid taking poo from back to into your vagina. So clean from front to back. So if you are washing, wash like that. Don't wash chaka. You're washing and coming. Okay? So wash from front to back and wash it gently. Never put your hand inside. There are some people that, at one point maybe you start having some fluids coming out or something coming out, and you think that if you send your hand and wash inside, it's going to be okay. No, don't do that. So if you start having those vaginal issues, if you start having those fluids coming out, if you start having bad odor in your vagina, that is because you are not taking care. Avoid sexual intercourse. Okay? So the semen from a man, especially if you don't use condom, the semen, the pH is like, the vaginal pH is slightly acidic, and for the man it is basic. Now, if you go now and then you have unprotected sex, it can prompt you to infection, because while yours is slightly acidic, his own is basic. I don't even want to hear boyfriend and girlfriend here. Just keep yourself until you get married. And if you don't get married, stay like that. Are we getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So now, what are the things that you have learned? What have I said? What are the things that you have learned to keep yourself healthy? No, I cannot just tell you that don't wash your vagina with soap. For me, I use normal savon, and the savon that I'm using, because I also have issues when I use hard soaps. So the savon that I'm using, I always, like when I go to buy savon, I first of all get the scent. If it is having that strong smell, no. Who knows about Johnson? If I don't use that one, I use Johnson. Or I use any other soap that they have not added colors, they have not added any perfume into it, they have not added anything into it. Normal soap. So if you are washing your vagina, make sure you use normal soap. Some people like that, oh, my soap is smelling nice, my soap is smelling. You can use it for your body, but be careful, don't use it on your vagina. Okay, what is another thing that we can do to stay healthy when it comes to menstruation? When it comes to menstruation, what is it you can do? Good, bathe daily and change your underwears. For your part, you need to change, okay? Now, even like I said, your vaginal fluid is slightly acidic. That blood that is coming out is slightly basic. So if you leave it there for so long, like if you're wet and you don't change, it's going to prompt you to infection. So make sure that you change your part. If the part is wet, make sure that you change it. Don't try to do economy. Don't try to use toilet roll. Toilet roll will enter into your vagina. So make sure that you use normal parts. Are there some people here that do not use parts? I know that there are some people that cannot buy. Are there some people here that do not use? Napkin. Yeah. I want to know, are there some people here that cannot afford parts? Because there are other parts that they call them disposable parts. That they call them, reusable parts. That means you can use and you wash and dry and then you use again. Do we know that? You can, yeah. If you cannot afford for a part, you can use and then you wash, you dry under the sun and then use again.
We just take over from where she has ended. We're talking about
they could be someone who have not started experiencing
in extreme situations.
So
you know the meaning of extreme, right? For example, those who are in the northwest and southwest and in the forest.
I thought she did not talk about it out there.
It's her own. Extreme situations, what is that?
Those who have not started menstruating.
I'm talking that there could be some of them who have not had in year. They might not really understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in extreme situations, you can use what we call reusable pads. Something like this. You see that there is a plastic here. Blood cannot stain you. You have something like this. You still have part of the cloth, that which was used for the small demonstration. In extreme cases, it's advisable that you use pads. But if you cannot, don't dare tissue, please. Is that okay? Don't dare tissue. It's better somebody said napkin there. But you must be hygienic. When you wash, you air it, you iron. Then some of the reasons why you get stained. For example, you see the demonstration. You see the demonstration that Daniela did. Listen, please. When you get your pants, it's not always advisable to put it on before you add it.
Why are you laughing?
It's not advisable to put it on and then you are struggling to put the pants under. You may not put the pants well. So it's advisable for you to pack the pants so that you do it well. Have you seen? Some of you who have not started menstruating, please, this is a lesson for you. Is that okay? When you start menstruating, your mothers will buy this for you. You open. Have you seen the shape? You peel this off. And you position it very well on your pants. You have to position it well. It will stick. And then make sure you put this under like this and like this. Have you seen? So when we look at it from the back, we should see just these two. And you arrange your pants and you put it on. Now, listen, when you do this, it will it will prevent you from getting stains. You see that if you don't pad yourself well, you can get stains. Another reason why, and it doesn't look good. Does it look good? Let's be honest. It doesn't look good. It doesn't. In as much as you should not laugh at somebody who is stained, don't also get yourself stained. You can prevent it. Is that okay? So position your parts or your parts well. Come to school with extra pads, please. Don't rely on one. Some of you have heavy flow. Some of you bleed more than others. So if you have heavy flow, even if you don't have, whenever you're menstruating, always work with extra pads. Then another reason that can cause you to get stained is overbleeding. It's not a problem. Bleeding, you're supposed to bleed for about 3-4 days. If it exceeds a week, see the doctor. Is that okay? If it exceeds a week, go to the hospital. Then, somebody might ask the question, is it painful? It is not supposed to be painful. Menstruation is natural. But for some, it comes with cramps. Some of you in this school experience it. You always hold your tummy like this, madam. What is it, madam? So it happens for some. Is that okay? If you have cramps, you should bear. Is there a woman who will go to give birth without crying or without feeling pains? So if you have difficulties, if you have pains, it's good your parents can take you to the doctor. You do exercises, stop drinking funny things around. Stop buying medicines that have not been prescribed or medication which has not been prescribed to take. Is that okay? The most important thing is the calculation of your menstrual cycle. If you don't know, try to know. Your cycle will last maybe about 8 days.